I took the recipe on how to make an entire Thanksgiving dinner and I ran it through Google Translate. And now I'm gonna take that recipe and I'm gonna cook it. And I'm gonna eat it. The apples went down. What's up? Yeah, I was laying on the ground. You stepped right over me. I don't know how you didn't see me. I'll throw it away. So next week is my birthday, and I have to prepare for the possibility that my family may forget, and I have to make my own cake. I'm not saying it's happened before, I'm just saying this isn't the first time. Fearing for the worst, I immediately went to the mmm.mom.cow, realized I was upside down, and then somehow on that website found a recipe for carrot cake. Then I took that recipe and I jogged it into a different language and then back into English and then did that a couple hundred times till I also forgot it was my birthday. I'm just as bad as they are. So without further ado, you boo, Google Translate's gonna make me carrot cake. Shut up, your hair looks weird. I know what you're thinking. Boy, he looks good in blue. But do you know what I'm thinking? If you said Arby's French fries, you're pretty close. It was Wendy's. Welcome back to yet another episode of Why Don't You Just Do That Outside? Subtitles and hand motions included. Why do my hands just do this? Why is this the natural way? Welcome back to Google Translate. Bless you. For like 700,000 people, that's gonna be really weird, but for one person, that's gonna blow their nose. Hopefully, you blow your nose after you sneeze, right? God bless you. I found the oven. I should really start writing my intros and not just try to come up with funny stuff on the fly. Speaking of that, your fly's down. Okay, I didn't look. Someone told me. Bless you. 2 times? Weird. Where's that oven? Found it. Oh, I guess we could just get started. That's good enough. We've weeded out the weak. Google Translate's where I take a recipe and I run it through Google Translate in a couple 100,000 times in different languages until it becomes something completely different. I went on the dark web and I found a website called, wow, this intro's really taking a long time. Could you speed it along? And I found a recipe on how to make lasagna, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Just gotta crank that soldier boy. Hi. No, you're going too far. Hey guys. I got a new kitchen. Y'all wanna see it at a wide angle? What? There you go. Since, and dollars, I just moved into a new place, I figured me and my girlfriend would go ahead and christen it, okay? Not like that. Stop that, you with desserts. So with all that being said, welcome back to Google Translate. Brandon, what the heck is a Google Translate? I'm gonna tell you. Google Translate's basically where I take the directions to a recipe and I run it through Google Translate and then I run it into different languages and then it runs back to me in English, but then that's not legible, so technically it's not English. I went on the worldwideweb.goodlord.com/how-to-make-soufflés and I took those directions and covered up my forehead, ran them through Google Translate, and now Google's gonna make us chocolate soufflés. This is my kitchen. Hi! How long has it been? 2 years? Maybe for you. I had no idea you shopped at this banana market. What are the odds? Pretty good odds, actually. How's your mom? She passed. Oh, her real estate exam. Look at for her. All right. Y'all take care now, okay? Talk to you later. There's only one thing I love more than bananas, and that's a good pair of binoculars. And churros! I've spent so much money on churros in 2019 that my tax professional asked if I could cool it. So instead of spending all her money, I'm in a relationship on churros, I've decided to learn how to make them in the most difficult way possible. Hi, welcome to Google Translate. I blink eventually. What is Google Translate for 400, Alex? I'm glad you asked. My name's not Alex. Google Translate's a show where I look slightly off camera and it looks slightly off to you and I slightly don't care. And then I take a recipe and run it through Google Translate until eventually we make eye contact. And churros. Huh? No, I ain't watching you. So without further ado, Google Translate's gonna make me stuck. How did you not know it was gonna pop out of the cabinet? Do you not see all the stuff on the counter? Yeah, I have to stand on a ladder. I also can stand next to a ladder. I'm multi-talented. I've been watching these kids cook. Please, let me explain. Children cooking things. I've been watching them. That's not better. There's a show on the food TV where children bake things, and I've been watching that, and that's the inspiration for this video. You're sometimes I don't know about you, man. Today I'm gonna stand directly under the fan because that's the only place where the air hits, and everything the air hits is mine. Simba. Brandon, I love intros just as much as the next human. But what is Google Translate? Can you tell me a little bit about it? I would love to. Google Translate's where I take a recipe to something, I run it through Google Translate and it's weird and then I do that and then everybody loves it. That's the fastest I've ever done that. A little lengthy intro, but I mean, you make up for it and... Wish I could think of something. So like I said, I've been watching the show, Kids Baking Challenge, and last night they baked eclairs, so I want to too. Okay, is that too much to ask for? Why do I always walk backwards? I guess I need to get away from what I'm saying. So I went on the www.my55inch screen TV, shut up your TV small. I found a recipe on how to make eclairs, or eccarls, depending on the gender, and I ran that through Google Translate a bunch of time. Hopefully you understand what the show's about. If not, just rewind the video. How was your nap? I know you took one. Hi, how are you? I know you napped. If you're anything like me, I'm sorry, you're short and people must think you're weird. Okay. I didn't know I'd be roasting myself. No, I thought I'd be roasting donuts. Because that's what we're making today, donuts. Brandon, I'm Brandon spanking new here, so what the heck's a Google Translate? Google Translate is basically where I take the recipe to something, let's use donuts as an example, and then I run them through Google Translate and I put them in a different language, and then I run them back into English, and I run them into a different language, and I run them back into English until eventually they don't make donuts. My fingers are cold. It's a lot easier if you just watch. 6 feet, people! Get out of here! I went on the www.howdoistillhaveinternet.com. I haven't paid the bill in 2 months /net. And then I took the directions on how to make donuts and I ran them through Google Translate. Now Google Translate's gonna make me... It's gonna open TikTok. It's gonna make me donuts. Yeah, I look into the viewfinder. I don't care. I like to see myself more than I like to look at an empty screen. How was your nap? Ooh, this episode's so good I gotta take my shoes off. Also because I stepped in Dookie earlier and I don't want to trek it through the carpet. I went on the www.thecomputer, which is my phone.com /the Safari app, and I looked up the recipe on how to make a bloomin' onion. Then I took that recipe and I ran it into Google Translate, and then I rammed it back into English, and then I randied it into a different language, and then I rambled on for too long for an intro. Most of you are gone by now. Take your shoes off. If you're watching this with socks on, what? Gross. Why? Stop. Relax. This isn't a business meeting. Take your socks off. If you're still confused about what the show's about, just keep... I don't care. So without a further ado, what diddy a diddy dum diddy do, we are going to start with step 2. It rhymed. We'll start with step 1. Fine. I'm just glad to be back, man. I didn't go anywhere, but I'm just glad to be here, man. I love my job. Quick question. Does this look broken to you? I don't think I should be able to tell the time with my leg. It's 11:25. I better get filming. Did you hear that rat? Huh? There we go. Yeah, you won't be hearing from him no more. Wow, there's 3 of them. My girlfriend keeps asking me to make her a tiramisu cake, and I'm all like, isn't that the one with the alcohol? And she drunkenly says, yeah. So, I'm starting to worry. So I said, babe, listen, look at me. And she was like, I said, babe, I'm gonna make you that tiramisu cake, okay? It's gonna be good. Ish. Not gonna be edible. So right then and there I decided, vowed, another word, that I was gonna make my girlfriend a tiramisu cake, or a tiramisal. Quality. So I went on the old www.thisphonecase-used-to-be-white.com/wow, I should really clean it or get a new one.com /edu, it's a university. And I found a recipe for tiramisu, so I ran that through Google Translate. About 14 times 3 is 30, not 50. There's another rat. If this is your first time, welcome back. You know what, we don't like to take too much time here. We're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Welcome back to another episode of I Just Woke Up From a Nap, featuring a king-size bed and some spare time. So I was scrolling through my comment section, and I noticed that an overwhelming amount of y'all wanted Google Translate to make sushi. You got a little something right there. Yeah, it's called a new video. This is good. Do people just eat this by themselves? I'm a big fan of seaweed now. So I took the recipe on how to make sushi and I pop-locked and dropped it into Google Translate, and then I translated that to a different language, and then I translated it back to English, and I translated back to English, and then I lived out my childhood dreams of becoming an auctioneer and lived happily ever after. Welcome to very long intros. If you don't understand what's happening, just keep watching. It does get more confusing. So today, Google Translate's gonna make me an herbivore? Hello. Welcome back. See you later. Google Translate's where I run a recipe into Google Translate to a bunch of different languages, then I run it back into English until it's not good no more, and then I get real close to you and you're like, hey, what's that in your beard? And I'm like, I don't know, I can't see that far. And then I get real close to your mouth and you're like, personal space, my guy. And then I inhale your exhale, and then you stop texting me back all of a sudden for some reason. I went on the old www.mygirlfriendlovescoffeebae97 more than she loves me, I know, because she told me once, sadboy, /seriously Kanye, who's in Paris, / I can't say that word.com. And I found Nothing was there. No one owns it. I bought it. And then I put a recipe on how to make iced coffee and I ran it through Google Translate. You know how the show works. I've already told you. All right, let's go. Hi. You ever been so excited to see someone you automatically get the joy burps? Might be having a heart attack. Did you grow? This way? Welcome back to Google Translate, where we inhale enough sparkling water to get through the entire intro. Oh, there we go. You heard me. Hey B-Dog, what's Google Translate? I'm glad you never asked. Is this Google Translate thing the same thing that Tasty does on their channel? It is. So I went on the old phone and I found a recipe for a jailhouse loaf, sometimes called a ramen brick or a prison pocket. I think that's a different thing. Have I ever been to jail? Not yet. Growth mindset. But I have gotten a couple letters from the IRS saying I haven't paid enough in taxes, but I plan on ignoring those. Oh. Hi. Spit it out. Spit it. Good. So it's almost my birthday, and just came from a party. It's almost my birthday. Yay! So in celebration to that, I'm going to make myself a chocolate cake from Buca de Beppo's. I can't leave it up to my family. They'll forget it's my birthday and forget I eat cake and not make me cake. And it's a whole thing. I get mad. Whatever. Slash their tires. I always want cake, and so I've had cake nearly every night. Hence why the camera is panned from here up. Welcome back to Google Translate, where I pick my nose as I do the intro because I don't have manners. In the on chance that this is your first time ever seeing, let me explain what Google Translate is in a very long-winded intro. Basically, I just take a recipe that I find on the website of anywhere I look, and I put that into Google Translate. I translate it into a bunch of different languages, such as, I don't know, anything other than English, which is the only language I speak, and then I put it back into English, and then back into a different language, and then back into English, and then I turn it into a video, and you watch it, and then I make money from it. And live happily ever after. Butter anyone? But butter. Don't you butter me. I went on the old www.wowthesecrustysocks.emporium. It's like a museum. You shouldn't, don't. And I found a recipe for the Bop de Boopies chocolate cake. So I took that recipe and with consent rammed it into Google Translate. And now Google Translate's gonna make me 30 years old. Kill me. I don't know if more intro's necessary.